control account, and now in this module we would be focusing on the topic which is important, yes, for your examination point of view, but this is also important from practical point of view. Control account reconciliation. What happens that when we are having this accounting system with us in which control account is being maintained in the main ledger and individual accounts are being maintained in subsidiary ledger, as we worked out in our example in earlier module, that the two balances, balance appearing in the control account was equal to the total of the list. Sometimes what happens that these two balances do not agree. There is a difference between these two balances. So that difference needs to be investigated and needs to be corrected. So here we will learn that how that is corrected. That would be corrected either in the control account, because there would be some mistake in the control account while posting information in the control account, or making total of the control account, or there would be some mistake because of which we would need to amend the balance of the list. So these are the two areas where we will require some amendments or adjustments. How we will do this? There is a table, and if you will learn that table very well, you will never commit any mistake in your examination as well as in your practical life while maintaining your accounts receivables or your accounts payables. So just concentrate on this table and see that there are certain reasons of differences in these two balances and how to amend these errors. Supposedly, I have made 4 sections. Okay, just concentrate on the first section, which is about books of original entry. What type of issues can arise? One issue is that there can be error in recording the transaction in the book of original entry. When we are saying error while recording transaction in the book of original entry, it includes the error an error while taking information from the source document and recording in the book of original entry. For example, there was an invoice. Let me write over here. There was an invoice of rupees 10,000. It was a credit sales. So we were supposed to put 10,000 in the sales journal, whereas wrongly we put 1,000 in the sales journal. So this is an error of recording in the books of original entry. Because of this error, what will happen? This will affect the individual ledger account, because of which the list is giving wrong total, because the list is prepared with the final balances of the individual ledger accounts. So ultimately the list will give wrong total. And since this error is appearing in the book of original entry and control account is prepared with the help of the total of the book of original entry, therefore the control account will also be giving wrong balance. So if there is an error while recording information in the book of original entry, this issue will require amendments in control account as well as in the list. Agreed? Well, then comes second issue. The second issue is casting error. You know what is casting? Casting means simply making total of few figures. For example, in the sales journal, we are talking about books of original entry, okay? In the sales journal, there was 200, there was 300, there was 400, there was 700. The total is 1600, whereas we wrongly put total as 1700. This is wrong, okay? So this sales journal was wrongly totaled. It is known as casting error. So individual transactions were correctly recorded, means subsidiary ledger is correctly maintained, and the balance in the list is also correct. So we don't need to correct the balance because of this issue, whereas this issue will be taken to amend the control account only. Okay, got it? So casting can be overcasting or undercasting, whatsoever. Okay, means it's not correct. So, well, the next issue, let's discuss the next issue. The next issue is that the control account that we were maintaining in the main ledger, posting in that control account is wrong. There is a posting error in the control account. Means, supposedly, the total of sales journal having so many information was 70,000. Okay, correctly totaled. But while posting in the control account, we put supposedly 72,000. Okay. So this error has no concern with the list because individuals are correct and individuals have been posted into the list correctly. The error is only that from the books of original entry, while posting, we committed this error. Therefore, only control account will be amended with this issue. All right, the next thing. Next thing is casting error. We made an error of casting while making total of the debtors control account. Okay, debtors control account. Its carry forward balance, which is over here, is wrong. Okay, because of casting. Again, this issue has nothing to do with the list, whereas it will be dealt with the control account only. Okay, well, casting error in the control account is done. Now, the other thing is individual accounts appearing in the subsidiary ledger. Posting error. For that individual Mr. A account, okay, Mr. A, we were supposed to put sales in the debit side with 100. What we did, we wrongly put it as 700. So, by doing this wrong posting, its carry forward balance over here is wrong, which was taken to the list. Therefore, any posting error in the individual account maintained in subsidiary ledger will affect the list only. Okay, great. Next is casting error. So casting of the individual ledger account, Mr. A, the total that we did affects its carry forward balance. Again, its carry forward balance, if wrong, it will affect the list only because individual ledger accounts have no concern with the control account. We know very well that control accounts are prepared with the help of total of the books of original entries only. So individual ledger accounts have no connection with the control account. So this error will affect the list only. Great. Learning very well. Thank you very much for your attentions and putting your full concentration on learning this topic. Thank you. Well, the next thing is in the list of balance. Yes, we had a list in which we put A, B, C, D, all the individual balances. Here are the individual balances and this is the total. Now the thing is that there is a listing error. B's balance that we picked up from the individual ledger is wrong. Okay, because of which the total appearing in the list will also be wrong. So again, this doesn't have any connection with that control account. It will affect our list only. Okay, so if listing error is, there is no listing error supposedly, we correctly put all the balances in the list, but only the casting is wrong. So this casting will affect list only. Okay, again, its casting has no concern, no connection with the control account. So the thing is that this is very comprehensive table. You know, I rate it very high. Very high, really. This is something, wow, you can say. So that's why I put this something wow as your ITTR only. So the ITTR for this module is to grasp this table. You should learn this table and your concepts should be very clear while learning this table, that how the information is moving from books of original entry to the subsidiary ledger and from the individual subsidiary ledger to the list, and then from books of original entry to the main ledger in the control account, and then how those control accounts are balanced. So if you are good in developing your correct concepts, then all these things will give you an enjoyment. And then you will feel that, wow, I'm a very good accountant. Okay? So God bless you. Thank you very much for being attentive in this module as well.